Hi everyone. Well, today I'm going to tell you a very special story, and this special story is, of course, my own opinion about Mahabharata. What I mean to say, why I consider Yudhishthira as the hero of Mahabharata. If you read Mahabharata, you can come across so many excellent characters, and they all were excellent in their own sphere. But King Yudhisthira, in my opinion, was the superb one. Because Lord Krishna is the Godhead, he is the Supreme Soul, so he cannot be compared. If I keep him aside, then only one person, one hero was left, that was King Yudhisthira. Now I will tell you, of course, choice is yours. I mean, everybody has their own different views, argument, everything. I think I'm not telling about anybody else. Why I consider Yudhishthira as the hero? Because a hero doesn't mean that somebody will win over someone, I mean in battle or war or fighting, and then you will say that he is the hero. Or anybody will save a person from danger, that doesn't count only a hero. A hero has so many attributes. And if you think or analyze Yudhishthira's character, I think everything you will get it. All the good qualities he had. For example, from the very beginning of Mahabharata, means after the death of Pandu, when all the 5 Pandavas came to Hastinapur with Mother Kunti and stayed there, Duryodhana tried his level best to kill all of them. He was very much jealous of Pandavas. He gave poison to Bhimsen. He tried his level best to kill all the 5 Pandavas with their mother in Jati Griha, but every time he was unsuccessful. Because as you know, Dharmaraj, means King Yudhishthira, was so composed. He was a true follower of Dharma, and he controlled his brothers, and that too his brothers obeyed him in such a way. It is truly remarkable. So they all were disciplined, self-composed, and they were compassionate, they are virtuous, they had all the good qualities. So why not God will be on their side? Somehow they were saved from all the danger, and then after escaped from Jati Griha, they went to Daityavana. You know, in Daityavana, how Yudhishthira asked his brothers to fetch some water as their mother was thirsty. All the brothers went, and they fell on the spell of a yaksha. As the yaksha asked them questions and they didn't answer one after another, they were dead. Actually, they were not dead, they became unconscious. Somehow, now, lastly, King Yudhishthira came there, and he asked, he was about to enter into the river to drink water, that time the Yaksha stopped him. He told him that you answer my questions first, then you can drink. Then Yudhishthira, unlike his brothers, he obeyed Yaksha's word. He respected everyone. And not only that, he was a very kind-hearted person. Immediately, he agreed and he answered the questions of Yaksha. And the Yaksha became so happy. He said that, "Oh Yudhishthira, I am extremely pleased. Now you ask me a boon. I can grant you one life. Ask me from your brothers." Then Yudhishthira immediately said, "Oh Lord, if you can give back the life, then give the life of Nakul." Then the Yaksha was surprised. He said that, "What? Why did you ask this? Oh Yudhishthira, you have your own brother. those who are the warrior of warriors, and they are so strong, they are invincible. One was Arjuna, other one is Bhimsen. You didn't ask their life, and you are asking Nakul, why? Then Yudhishthira said, with joining hands, he said, Ki, O Lord, I am alive of my mother Kunti. Let one son of my mother Madri be there. That is why I asked now. As he said this, Yaksha immediately took his own form, that was Dharmaraj, Yamaraj. And he said, Yo Yudhishthira, I wish to see you because you know that you are my son. And I am extremely pleased with your behavior, your compassion and your virtuous quality, attributes. Now, I will give back life to all of them. None of them are dead. So he gave their life. This is one incident. Just look at the attribute of King Yudhishthira. Now, while in second dice game, they were exiled, they are coming on the road. That time King Yudhishthira covered his face. And Dhritarashtra was so much puzzled, he asked Vidura, Vidura, tell me how Pandavas were walking on the road. Then how they are going. He was extremely worried at that time, hearing the promise, the vows of Bhimsen. Now, Vidura said, oh brother, why you are worried now? They are walking on the road in different signs, like King Yudhishthira covered his face. Then Dhritarashtra immediately asked, why? Now, because if he will not cover his face, if he will look at anyone with anger, then he will be burned down into ashes. That's why. It shows how considerate King Yudhishthira was. He got pain, he got misery, he was tortured, but still then neither he opened his mouth against Duryodhana, nor he thought doing any harm to him, nor he looked at anyone out of anger. Just think about his attributes. This is another incident. Well, while he was in Virat Raja's 13th year Virat Raja's kingdom, they were playing the king and Yudhishthira in the name of Kank, in disguise, in other name, because that time they were bound to stay incognito, that's why. So, out of happiness, Virat Raja said that, look, Kank, my son Uttara just conquer over the Virat, vast Kaurava army. How brave my son is. That time Yudhishthira said, O king, it is not Uttara, it is Brihannala, means Arjuna. Then the king again said, Uttara had done this and that and he is such a brave son. Then again Yudhishthira said, it is Brihannala. As he went on saying Brihannala, king got angry and he threw one piece of the dice game. And that struck his head and bleeding started. It was said that if a drop of blood, and not actually Arjuna, I think he promised, if anyone will do any harm to my brother and a single drop will fall on the ground, then I will kill that person. And out of fear, Yudhishthira knew how strong, how Arjuna kept his promise. So immediately, Saurandri means Draupadi came running and put a bowl under it so that the blood will not drop on the ground. So look at the mentality of Yudhishthira. What attributes he didn't have. He was compassionate, he was virtuous, he was disciplined, he was self-controlled, he was composed, he was a warrior, and he was learned, he was expert in Vedas and Vedangas. Everything he knew, but only that too he was very considerate. Well, there are so many incidents where Yudhisthira had shown his good qualities. Draupadi was disturbed by Dusasana. She was insulted. It was the question of his modesty. But still, as he was bound by promise, King Yudhishthira kept quiet, just cast down his eyes with all his brothers. And just think about his brothers, how they obeyed Yudhishthira. And there is no doubt everything had happened only because of the guidance of Mother Kunti. Is there anyone in the present time who will obey like this to his elder brother? Think about it. Both Arjuna and Bhimsena are much stronger than Yudhishthira. Means they are. He was the champion of one of the best archer, and you know the strength of Bhimsen, but they never misbehaved. They all of them were very self-composed, controlled. So it shows how brilliant, how powerful, and how intelligent Yudhishthira was. Well, there are so many incidents, I am not going to tell you in detail. Towards the end, I can tell you one thing, that when Lord Krishna left this earth, all the 5 Pandavas ultimately decided to go their final journey. To set up their final journey. So Yudhishthira asked Parikshit, he installed Parikshit as the king of Hastinapur, and he began his journey. You know, they went to the northern side towards Himalaya. While going one after another, means Draupadi, Nakul, Sahadev, Bhim, Arjun, Bhimsen, one after another, they fell down there. But by that time, Yudhishthira's mind was totally engrossed with the lotus feet of Lord Krishna. He was not thinking about anything except his Govinda. Anyways, ultimately when Lord Indra came to him, and the dog was following, from the very beginning a dog was with them. And when Lord Indra came to him, and he said, O Yudhishthira, now you come to this divine chariot, let the dog be there. Then Yudhishthira said, O Lord, if I cannot take this dog with me, then I cannot go. I don't want any heaven. Then Lord Indra said, O Yudhishthira, think about it. That is heaven. A dog cannot enter. But you are going because your karma phal, your good work. So you come. You deserve heaven. Then Yudhishthira said, O Lord, if this dog will not be allowed, I don't want any heaven. I cannot abandon this dog. That too, this is my duty. He has joined with me from the very beginning of my journey, and I cannot abandon. I cannot leave him here now. I will look after him. Then that dog immediately took his own form, and he was no other than Dharmaraj again. He said that, O son, I was just testing your mind, and you are what you were. O Yudhishthira, nobody can be compared with you. And when King Yudhishthira, then he went to, actually nobody could go to heaven physically. After that, Yudhishthira is the only person who could go. Anyway, in the battlefield, When Lord Krishna requested Yudhishthira to tell a lie, Yudhishthira told him, "Ki, O Lord, O Madhava, O Krishna, I cannot say lie." That time he was bound to say, he told the truth, that aswasthama hata. But he said in a voice, Nore ba kunjari. Though he knew very well that aswasthama was not dead, he said this, but Nore ba kunjari he uttered. But unfortunately, the word when he pronounced Nareva Kunjare, that time the pitch of the music was so high, Guru Dronacharya couldn't hear it, and ultimately he was killed by Drishtadimna. Anyways, how many attributes I will say about King Yudhishthira, everything will be less. You just think yourself, I think you can agree. You may agree with, not compulsory. You may agree with my decision. Anyways, all the characters were excellent. There are so many excellent warriors. But by the way, Yudhishthira was also one of the best car warriors. Thank you so much. And this is absolutely my opinion, so never mind for that. Thank you.